Something happened last week in Indian IT, something that I feel almost nobody has properly explained. One of our biggest companies, a company that employs over 242,000 engineers, made a single, very quiet announcement that honestly changes everything. The company, of course, is Wipro, and that was their Chief Human Resources Officer, Saurabh Govil, speaking on the record. Now, just think about this for a moment. Last year, this very same company hired 7,500 freshers. This year, their target isn't lower. It isn't cautious. It is zero. This is not a hiring slowdown. This is something far more serious. Okay, so let's get into this. Most of the news channels, they reported this as a cyclical downturn, the kind of thing that happens every few years and then it just recovers. That reading is wrong. The real reason for this decision, it's an internal AI platform that almost no one has connected to this hiring news. To really understand what's happening, you need to know about something called WEGA. That's WEGA. Back on January 28th of this year, just 3 months before this hiring freeze, Wipro quietly put out a press release announcing AI agents, which they call droids, were being deployed inside this platform. Now look at what these droids actually do. Feature development, code refactoring, migrations, testing. Let me just translate that for you. That is the exact job description for the majority of junior and mid-level software engineers in India today. Wipro's own website says that WEGA delivers up to a 60% improvement in development velocity. This is what their CEO calls nonlinear growth. You see, in the old model, more revenue always meant hiring more engineers. In this new model, revenue grows, but the AI agents do the work. The headcount no longer needs to grow with it. And let's be very clear, this is a permanent shift. Wipro has committed over $1 billion to building out its AI ecosystem. This is not some temporary experiment. The crucial point is this. It's a fully funded strategic pivot for the entire company. But, this isn't just a Wipro story. It's actually a story about the entire Indian IT services industry. The same playbook is being followed everywhere. And the data on this is, it's very clear. You have to understand this difference. A cyclical correction is temporary, like what we saw in 2008 or 2020. A structural correction, on the other hand, is permanent. The jobs that disappear, they don't come back because the work itself has fundamentally changed. And experts are very clear. What we are seeing right now is a structural correction, and it's being driven by AI-led productivity. And this next number shows you the sheer scale of this change. Fresher hiring across India's top IT firms has dropped by 75% since financial year 2023. 75%. This is not a dip, it's a collapse at the entry level of our industry. For 30 years, Indian IT was built on a pyramid model, a huge base of junior engineers doing all the routine work. This metaphor from the CEO of Helios Capital is just perfect. AI is hollowing out that base. The pyramid is becoming an egg. And that entry point for millions of careers is shrinking right before our eyes. Now, I know I've given you a lot of serious data, but the real reason I'm sharing all this is because of one specific data point that changes the meaning of everything. Because inside this threat, there is an incredible opportunity that is being overlooked. This is the dual reality of our industry today. Routine jobs are disappearing. But at the exact same time, there is a 53% gap between the AI talent that companies are desperately looking for and the talent that actually exists. More than half of all specialized AI roles simply cannot be filled. And for those engineers who can fill this gap, the rewards are significant. Engineers who combine AI skills with deep industry knowledge, think AI for banking, AI for healthcare, they are commanding salary premiums of 20 to 40% in the current market. So what do? I know feeling disoriented is normal right now, but that is not the same as being stuck. Here is a clear, manageable action plan with 3 steps you can take, starting this month. Okay, first, you have to honestly assess where you are. If you are in Category 1, doing routine coding, manual testing, the things AI agents are already doing, your urgency level is immediate. We're talking about 90 days. If you're in Category 2, in architecture or client-facing roles, you are safer for now, but your window is about 18 to 24 months. Now, Category 3, this is where the demand is. AI orchestration. This means managing and integrating different AI tools to solve real business problems. The goal for all of us is to get from Category 1 or 2 to Category 3. So here is your plan for the next 30 days. 1. Research AI roles specifically in your industry. Find out what skills they're asking for. 2. Build one single project that uses AI to solve a real problem in your domain. This is what will get you noticed. And 3. Seek out structured training. Self-learning is a good way to start, but a structured program is how you actually finish this transition. And for this specific need, we have actually built a 1-month live project-based sprint over at AIskillace.com. The core message of this entire explainer is just this. The change is real, and it is irreversible. The door to the old IT services model, that pyramid model, it is closing. But a new door has opened, and there's a very valuable path that is clearly visible for those who choose to walk through it. The engineers who understand this shift and act on it now, they are the ones who will become the architects and the leaders of the next decade of Indian IT. They will look back on this year as the inflection point of their entire careers. So the only question left to ask is, will you be one of them?